Roblox is no stranger to bugs. I mean, every game has them. One of the more recent ones I could think of was a few years ago when exploiters found a way to upload t-shirts into the Roblox account, leading to some pretty interesting t-shirts. But Roblox has an extensive 20-year history of glitches and exploits, and within that history, there's one glitch in particular that I find really interesting. Mainly because it was never a major issue in the early days of Roblox and was only ever shown once in a single 42-second YouTube video. So, I decided to look into a multitude of things regarding this glitch. Like, how did this glitch even happen? Why did it cause the game to have this glitch? Can it still be recreated today using an old Roblox launcher? This is the story of Roblox's most mysterious glitch. So, what even was this glitch? On November 13, 2009, a user named Hacker100 uploaded a video to YouTube showing what looks to be an old lobby they just completed while part of the map is regenerating. But something strange in the background happens. The skybox starts glitching out. Instead of a normal skybox that was present at this time, you can see this weird looking creature below the skybox and something on the left side. And that's basically the whole video. It shows a guy who uploaded a video showcasing a weird glitch that happened on his end. But there's one important detail that I left out. The description reads, "Whenever you play Roblox and Spore at the same time, the files mix and everything glitches." For those who don't know, which I assume most of us don't know, Spore is a 2008 life simulation game developed by Maxis and published by Electronic Arts, where you evolve a creature from a single cell all the way to a spacefaring civilization. Now let's go back to the user who uploaded this video. Their channel was created on May 25th, 2009, and according to its description, the channel consisted of Roblox and Spore stuff. But looking at the uploads in this channel, we can see that this glitch was the last Roblox related upload, so there's nothing else that we can gather from this channel. So now we know that playing Roblox and Spore at the same time causes the game to glitch out. Now Spore has a small history of creating similar visual issues, like for example, if you record Spore using OBS Studio, the textures flicker on screen and colors change every frame. But that usually happens because OBS decides to capture everything the game does visually, such as generating textures, and the gameplay isn't really affected at all. But in this case, it is very unusual for a game to be doing this to another game. Now this raises two questions. What actually caused Roblox and Spore to collide like this? And why is this the only known case of it happening? To answer the first question, we have to get a bit technical, so bear with me. At the time, Roblox and Spore relied on two graphical processes known as DirectX 9 and XPDM, better known as the Windows XP display driver model. XPDM allowed programs to share the same GPU memory, or what we like to call VRAM, and DirectX 9 wasn't very strict about clearing or rewriting existing data on the memory block. So when you play Spore, DirectX would take all the graphical data the game generated and write it into a memory block. Then, let's say you forgot to close Spore and decided to launch Roblox. Roblox would later be like, hey, I need some allocated memory to render our graphical stuff like the skybox. Can I have some? But instead of DirectX being like, okay, here's a fresh memory block, write all of your graphical data here, DirectX would simply just take Spore's existing graphical memory data and give it to Roblox, and then Roblox would later rewrite all of its data while leftover data from Spore is still present. The reason why DirectX doesn't clear any existing data is because it expects the program, in this case the Roblox renderer, to handle that step. So if the person who programmed the renderer forgets that step, DirectX just skips it, and instead of handing over an empty memory block that Roblox can use, it takes data from Spore's def buffer and puts it into the skybox cube map. The renderer didn't recognize the previous data as invalid, so the game wouldn't crash at all, and that's how you ended up with both games essentially merging together. Now, even with all of this, there's still a few things that don't fully add up. If this was purely caused by shared memory, then why don't we see more cases like this? XPDM and DirectX 9 were widely used at the time, and plenty of people could have been running multiple programs at once. So why is this the only known recording of it happening on Roblox? One possibility is that everything had to line up perfectly. The right versions of both games, how much memory was used, and any other issues that Hunter's computer may have had. Another possibility is that this glitch happened more often than we think, but nobody really cared to record it at the time. Back in 2009, recording gameplay was somewhat common, with people mostly just recording skits or random stuff from these games anyway. Some people have suggested that Hacker100 may have a faulty graphics card, outdated or corrupted drivers, or was simply low on VRAM. Back then, hardware issues like that could cause Roblox to render things in strange ways. However, that theory doesn't really hold up. There aren't any mesh glitches or graphical issues present in the footage, and it's just Spore appearing in the skybox. Because of that, it makes sense to stick toward the memory sharing explanation, since since DirectX 9 and XPDM were known to allow programs to share data with each other. Now, sometime between late 2009 and 2010, this glitch was completely patched, with the Roblox renderer now properly clearing the skybox cube map memory before using it. Issues like this don't really happen anymore, since the newer Windows display driver model prevents programs from accessing each other's memory. Now, I wouldn't be making this video if people haven't tried to recreate it. Over the years, many have attempted it, but none have been able to match what has been seen in the original video. The closest anyone has ever gotten is by lowering the VRAM and running multiple instances, which causes Roblox to glitch, but it's still not the same result as we saw in the video. Though someone did manage to recreate something similar, but they later admitted to cheating using a method called DLL hooking, which intercepts a program while it's running and changes how it behaves. It still looks pretty cool to see Spore running through the Roblox skybox though. Unlike other glitches that have existed throughout Roblox's history, this one's really special because there's literally only one instance of this occurring on video, and yet nobody has been able to replicate the glitch ever again. Looking through the common history, for about 6 years after the video was uploaded, nobody really questioned how it happened. It wasn't until around 2015 that people actually started asking questions and trying to figure it out, likely because YouTube's recommendation system began surfacing older videos like this one. And since Hacker Hunter 100 hasn't been active on the platform since 2011, we may never know if they experienced anything like this again while the glitch was still possible. And that's the story of Roblox's most mysterious glitch. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, hype the video on your phone if you want, and let me know what other topics should I cover next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.